Hey, hello there, everyone. It is time for Pearls Politics Thursday night with Stuart Thunderbirds. Yeah. All right, then, let's get ready to rock and roll. We're going to cover some topics for you tonight. Bring in the rest of the crew, Heartbeat of the South and every beat of my heart. My son, Tim Harrington. Hi, Tim.
Hey, Mom, how's everybody doing tonight?
Well, tolerable, well, sick, but, we got to go on, push
Yeah,
on as far as we can go.
hey,
But the night might be as far as I can go.
understood, understood.
Yeah, too late to cancel. All right.
Yeah,
So, guess who else is here? Said they weren't gonna be here, but they made it. The Zig himself. Hey, Ziggy.
what's up,
Hi,
Jay?
Good to see you.
thank you.
All right. Well, y'all know the show don't go, don't hunt without this girl right here, Kathy C.C. Carson.
Hey,
Hey,
How you
here.
doing,
Kathy.
Kathy?
Hey, mateys. I. What do you say? You're a Navy person, you know, Tim.
Yeah,
Tim knows it. Yeah, I know y'all got y'all secret codes and slangs and phrases. I only know one. Ooh, y'all. That's all I
Okay,
know.
that's a Marine thing, I think.
yes, Marine.
I kind of figured it because what happened was I learned that I kind of heard it on movies before,
Yeah,
but to
Mhm.
actually hear Marines say it live was when Sybil and I went to Bass Pro's grand opening down at the Pyramid when they first settled into the Pyramid downtown, Bass Pro Shops. And
Oh, yeah.
so, yeah, we went our way to the top and we just interviewing people all across Bass Pro on every floor, everywhere, every spot. And so we got to the top part of it there, and there was probably about 20 of the Marines. I don't know why they were there, but
Hmm.
we interviewed them and did some filming with them, and then when we got ready to, after as we were wrapping up, I said, so I said, we say thank you so much for the interview, and we'll see you later. What do y'all say? So and then say, yeah, and then so I like, I guess he was a later team leader or something. He said, well, actually, you want to do it for him? You want to do it for him? So it was like me and Sybil and Richard, the camera guy. No, it wasn't Richard. That we had another camera guy that was with us. We had two guys that was with us. And so yeah, excellent. If they wanted to do it for you, then they went out with that dude. Ooh, yeah, the whole feel like the whole pyramid shook. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, they're big dudes. The Marines, they're the biggest dudes in the.
Yeah. And they were loud with the two man. I was like the whole. I was like scared. I was the thing not gonna fall. The pyramid not gonna fall in. All right. So listen, y'all. The topic tonight, and where is the banner? I thought, oh, the banner's at the bottom, so it's not on the banner. But the topic that is flaring, that's really really hot right now, is the young people. And when I looked at it, watching it all week. I started a little bit. I think it started up last week, a little bit at a time. But we've been saying here, at least I have on the show, when it comes to politics, that young people are more involved in politics than the world and the United States. And these Republican parties and these Democratic parties and these politicians really want to realize. They really don't. They don't really. They didn't really realize that the young people, um, are involved or know something about something, and that they want their voices heard. The only time that politicians are interested in the young people, it seems as if when they want them to vote for them, right?
Hmm.
Right.
So the young people are saying enough is enough. You want our vote, you always, rallying for our vote and begging for our vote, but now you don't want to hear us. So now, and it's not just like people of no status, so to speak, for lack of a better description, but these are your uh, future elites of the nation
hmm
at the Ivy League colleges, Yale, Columbia, all of them. I got okay,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. So they're outraged. These
yeah,
young college students are outraged.
yeah,
They have been protesting, and they say they're not going to stop.
yeah.
And just like the United States and whatever the way the United States always reacts to anything that they don't understand or anything that they feel is an uprising, what
Yeah.
do? Call the cops on you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. You know what it reminds me of? That generation puts me back. It was before my time, but it was Woodstock when everybody was protesting the Vietnam War, and it was about peace and love and harmony and what have you. But we haven't seen an uproar like that since then.
Not from the college bunch. You're right.
Well, that's what
Yeah,
Netanyahu said. That we seen this 100 years ago,
100 years ago.
100.
or whatever.
Um,
Whatever.
Maybe 10.
what, James?
Whatever. How many years he said we seen this before?
I don't know what Nantayu said because I don't really listen to him too much. I mean, I'm not a follower of Nantayu, but I do hear him make his little speeches on his news channels. And what he's saying, I heard him make one this morning early on the news. It was a replay from yesterday, but he was mouthing bad about the United States um, allowing the students to protest, uh, practically calling the President Biden and his administration weak and coward, and he was trying to stress the importance of how Biden and his administration and the people of the United States don't realize that this is just the beginning of Nazism.
Oh,
And I was listening
What
to
I
him,
tell
and I
you?
was like,
What
just
did
the
I tell you?
opposite. He's got some cobwebs in there. Just the opposite.
Mm,
because yeah, okay, so I'm like, okay, you just showed your true colors.
I know.
absolutely.
I've been telling people all the time
He's
that you
too
was a
old and he's
Nazi.
too
Yeah,
retired.
I brought it up because it reminded me, the whole war scenario reminded me of the Holocaust. I brought it up a couple of weeks back.
Hmm.
And yeah, he's, trying to be amongst the greats, the evil, Napoleons. He wanted to be in that area with them. And what's the guy? Got his name
Hitler.
just that quick.
Hitler.
Hitler. Yeah.
Hitler.
How
Thanks.
can you forget Hitler?
I know, right?
That's okay. It
Yeah.
was traumatic for him to think about it. That's
Yeah,
why.
yeah.
Well, you know how much military people are sometimes.
Yeah, you go by his actions. At least I
Yeah.
did. That's how I could tell that he was right in there because he was way too comfortable with it and just as evil. So yeah, doesn't surprise me at all. He just said it. He's been doing it, but now he just said it.
But the
Hmm.
nerve,
Yeah,
we already know he had balls of steel, right?
correct.
Because he's over there doing whatever he wants to do and not paying any attention to what Biden has asked him to do or what the Biden administration has asked him to do. Not only that, so I told y'all that if they let him keep having his way over there, that he was going to keep coming after countries, after plots of land and after plots of land. So then week before, was it last week or week before last, he attacked Iran, right? So of course Iran, they attacked back. So yesterday he decided he's gonna verbally attack the United States. Uh, the audacity of him over here telling the people of the United States, trying to rule the people over here. Somebody, I implore you, all of you citizens of the United States, whether you non-Jewish or Jewish, you can. This is unconscionable. You must stop this. And it was just going on like Hitler. I'm like, wait a minute, you over there, you got war on 7 fronts. You can't even handle your business over there, and now you already been running the government over here. You already been running Biden and his administration from your little cubby holes over there in Israel. Because Biden and his administration have been doing everything that you wanted them to do, and then you've been ignoring them on everything that they wanted you to do. But now you going even further. You want to come over here. You want to preach to our people from over there, telling us what we need to do.
Yeah.
Sounds like a covert attempt.
Well, you know the thing about it is, it's a method to his madness.
I told you that. I told you one piece of land wasn't gonna be enough for him. He wants
No.
he wants to rule the world. That is what he is after, and the United States is so blind and so brainwashed and so sucked into him and so boxed in now with him that they cannot see that Netanyahu wants to rule the United States too.
Yeah, that's what you get when you have a weak leader.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But the Republicans are no better.
No.
Donald Trump is no better. He loves some Netanyahu.
Yeah,
Donald
but
Trump
you
loves
know,
some Netanyahu.
but he loves
He
the
loves
people
some
too.
Israel. And Israel love him. And in fact, Netanyahu and his cabinet and Gallant, where he is, they want Trump in as president because they feel that they can even do more stuff if Trump is elected. They said it publicly.
Yeah,
Well, time for
I
an
don't buy that.
independent.
I don't buy
Time
what
for
they're
an
selling.
independent. Somebody good.
I don't know. I don't know, but I know one thing. I know these young people over here don't like it. And if Trump or Biden or whoever is running for 2024, you best leave Netanyahu alone. And you best separate
Yeah,
yourself from Israel because you're not going to get these young people's votes.
and you know another thing when you brought up the young people, you remember the two young guys that got kicked out. We tell these people, we tell these young folk that they are the future, but however, they're never invited in. They're locked out because of the same old people that have been there 50, 60 years, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not
And
only that, then their relatives get elected.
yeah, yeah. So
So
I definitely
that's from the
understand their
beginning.
frustration. And
Yeah.
I'm with them.
Somebody's fight funding it though.
Well, the thing of it is, these young people grew up a in the last 50 years of integration.
Yeah,
So you've got your millennials, and then you got the generation before that, and then you got the generation after that,
hmm
and the ones that are in college now. So you got 5 generations of younger people that grew up within a nation of integration, with at least 90% cooperation among races, right?
yeah,
At least.
yeah.
So they don't like the death toll. They say, and the only reason why saw the news about how the Senate had voted to make China sell their TikTok. They
For
were
who?
they want somebody in the they want China to sell TikTok to somebody in the United States. But the only reason why they made up this bill and voted on it and made it pass is because TikTok was one of the main sources where you could actually see the boots on the ground, the slaughter, the murder, the what was going on in Gaza,
Yeah,
what was going on in the West Bank and Israel.
yeah,
And that's the reason why Israel, that was on day 4, I think it was, after October the 7th, they blew up the Al Jazeera broadcasting station. That was the main broadcasting station for Gaza and the Middle East. They blew it up
yeah,
because they did not want the truth getting out. And to piggyback on that, they would not allow any reporters from any other countries, including especially the United States, to go in and film what was going on either.
Yeah, see, it's just it just reminds me of the kind of old style of war. One of the main targets is the communication. Always, anytime you're doing war, that's one of the
Mm-hmm.
first things you want to take out.
Mm-hmm. 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 Well, thank you so much. You're 153. You found us. We thank you all for watching this. Now we'll get 160. We hope that we can keep you interested tonight, and we ask that you share the show. But getting back to these young people,
Yeah,
first it was one college, started with Columbia. Now it's across the United Nations in less than 2 weeks span time.
yeah,
These young folks ain't going for this old folks stuff no more. They
they're
don't
not.
want it.
They're
They
not.
not gonna have it.
Well,
They're
good
not.
for them.
They're
I
not.
applaud.
And the thing about it is, you have to give the people what they want eventually. So
Eventually.
yeah,
But the United States is going to face, not only is it already facing a national international scandal of its reputation by association with Israel and not Netanyahu, but now they're getting ready, all because of Netanyahu. Take it back to the original, you know, all because of Netanyahu. Now they're getting ready to face the second biggest uprising scandal since civil rights movement in the United States of America. Because these young people are rising up, and it's like I say, it's not your civic centers. It's not young people from, well, they are too, but I'm saying it wasn't initiated by civic center or community center people, right? Just your ordinary people. No, this was initiated by
It's
the
not just that,
elite.
Emily. They
By the
reported that
elite.
somebody's funding it.
What?
Somebody's funding it.
Somebody's
He's
funding it. They all have the
funding
same tents.
Funding what?
The rising. Everybody's got the same tents and the same clothing and everything.
I didn't see that.
It
I
was
don't know
on.
what station you watching because I saw a whole lot of different tents. I didn't see no one logo. I saw all mixes of races. I saw all ages of student. I saw all colors of people: brown, white, and
Yeah,
tan.
that might
yeah,
be propaganda
yeah.
that you heard, James.
I'm
Right.
pretty sure whatever.
Fox,
Yeah, you
Fox
heard that,
News
James.
reported it.
Who
Which one?
did? Fox.
Fox News
Fox
reported
News
that
is the one
somebody
that's
funded them.
saying. Fox News is with Mike Johnson, the Speaker of the House, is the one that told the cottage presidents to lock them up. You see what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
So
Pro-
that's why I'm saying Mike Johnson and all these folks is telling, they're telling these presidents and these governors and these mayors to send the police in on these college students need to go somewhere and sit their butts down because they only exacerbating the problem. Because
yeah,
the more that they lock these students up, the more of them gonna come out.
yeah. And the thing about it is, you have to rotate the old out. We are in the age of technology. Half, if not all of them, don't have a clue about technology on the floor.
Now them old ones don't. They don't even know
No,
how to use a doggone Android phone.
exactly, exactly. So
Okay,
we're in a
and that's
whole.
what they and that's what they're afraid of. They are afraid of advancement. That's
Yeah.
why they don't want nobody young in there, because they know they already having trouble keeping up with the world. So
Hmm.
they know that if the majority of government gets controlled by young people, that they gonna be left behind.
Right, and we have to look at it. Prime example is China. They start as young as 12 years old, teaching them military, right? And they go to school year round. So they
Yeah,
are
and
going
then tell you don't have anything to say about them, does he?
no,
Because but he want to say that Hamas start training their kids with the you do military when they young, but he don't talk about China and
nah.
South Korea.
I mean, he a fool, but he ain't a damn fool.
That's a good one. Tell that.
Now, can I borrow that?
That's a suicide. Yeah, that's suicide mission right there.
That was a good one, Tim. That was really good. Say a fool, but he ain't no damn fool.
Yeah, he ain't. Yeah,
I got you. I'm with you on that 100%. Wow. But I just wanted to see what you guys think about that with the college
yeah.
students and the situation. And Tim, you've done some input, so let me get to Kathy. Kathy, what do you think?
Well, I think he's a dictator for sure, and he's like an evil
No, the
monk.
college students. What do you
Oh,
think
oh,
about?
oh, okay. I already said that. I applaud them. I applaud students for breaking the mold. I think they should, and I think they should have freedom of speech.
I
And
agree.
the old folks are too lame to do it.
Yeah, I
Need young
agree.
blood in politics anyway. I've been
Mm-hmm.
saying that right along. We
Mm, yeah,
need
you
new
have.
ideas. It's not working what we got now.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
We should have an age limit, actually, if you really want to know the
I'd
truth.
agree with that too. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. James, what do you think? I know you were saying something about you had seen something on Fox News saying that they were being funded. That's propaganda. These students are not being funded by anybody. They just got they're intelligent. I'm just gonna leave it at that. They are intelligent enough to know what's right and what's wrong, and they're just not gonna let the United States government brainwash them. That's all that is. But
Yeah.
if you have something else to say about it, James, I'm a hustler that you get your 2 cents in.
I don't think they even know what they're fighting for
Why do you say that?
because half of them just want to be part of something.
The young people he's talking about, I
I
guess. Don't
understand. I'm listening to him. I understand him. And why did you say that? Why do you say you think they just want to be part of something?
Because they don't even know what they're fighting for.
What? What? Who is fighting for?
well, they
The
go to
young
college, but they go to college so they
Oh,
know what they're fighting for. So they go to college.
excuse me. I'm going
It's not like,
I'm
it's
going
not
to
like,
the doctor in the morning.
yeah.
No, James. They don't know who. When you say they fighting for, what they are you talking about?
What's going on over in the Jewish community?
Why do you think that? That they don't know.
They know a little, but they don't know everything. They just think they do
Why do you think they don't know
because
everything?
they want to be part of something bigger than they are.
Well, I beg to disagree with you, and the reason why is because there are Jewish students that are protesting in these protests as well, and I think they know.
That's fine. We're all entitled to our opinion.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Fox News will definitely get you there. I used to watch Fox News until I found out how biased it was. Trump used to love him, but he don't care for him anymore.
Well, after they got rid of Carl Tuckerson,
Oh, he lost
you know,
friendship with Fox News way
You
before
know,
that
I
because he
used
found out just how they did things too. And I
mhm.
go ahead, Tim.
No, I was just gonna say, we need to give them a chance. They can't do any worse that's already done.
Who?
They need to get. I'm bravo with the young people. I'm with the uprising.
But they not running for anything.
But it to me,
They just want Biden to. All they're asking for is two things. They want a ceasefire in Gaza. They want the war to stop. They want the Netanyahu to stop killing people, because you know he's still doing strikes
yes.
all over
well,
Gaza,
we all want.
killing people every day. Not only that, Biden gave him authorization to go ahead and do uh, drone strikes with bombs in Rafah, which is the place where 1.4 million people are jammed into,
Mm-hmm.
and he's doing that now.
Mm-hmm.
He's not doing a full ground invasion, true enough, but
Well,
he's
yeah.
still bombing in spots of Rafah where Biden claimed, and Biden and his administration claimed that there was a red line that he could never go in there. That's why these college students are mad
Yeah.
and uprised
Yeah.
because they were like, wait a minute, didn't you say that was a red line and that you was not going to allow him to go in there and drop bombs on those people that's in Rafah? But now they see that he's letting Netanyahu do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the second thing, I'm not finished, hold on.
Mhm.
Then the second thing they're asking for is for Netanyahu to let the humanitarian aid in. Look, I watch those Israel news channels. I watch ITL, I watch Channel 7 News, and I watch Jerusalem Station News. Jerusalem got its own station. I watch what they say. I see it with my own eyes and hear it. They've been lying ever since day one about humanitarian aid being coming in. Then after this last row that Netanyahu and Biden had between themselves about the humanitarian aid, they said, oh yeah, more trucks are coming every day. More trucks are coming. Guess what was that they were doing? They pulling half of the food off of an 18-wheeler bed truck and sending half of it in. And then not only that, they're picking through the food and letting go in what they want to go. And this is IDF. They cannot go past these checkpoints without these IDF soldiers checking and inspecting these trucks. And then guess what? Now you know how many people over there it is in Gaza that have lost limbs and they lost legs and they need crutches, right?
Mm-hmm.
To be able to rehabilitate themselves and walk, right? They got all the truckloads of crutches parked, so they can't go in because they can be used. Crutches can be used as a weapon. Now you see
I don't set the record
How
straight
can
on
they
one
be
thing.
used as weapons when you only have one leg?
duh. But I'm just showing you the inhumanity of it and why these college students, see these college students, they get this news. They got friends all around the world.
Yeah.
They got friends all around the world through these social media platforms.
They do.
And they got people that's right there, that's in West Jerusalem,
Yeah.
that's texting with them, sending them pictures every single day way over here in the United States. That's the reason why the United States don't want TikTok, because TikTok shows just like it is. They can upload their stuff of what's going on live over there, and it doesn't get taken down like it does over here on the social media platforms in the United States.
Yeah.
At least they ruled that it's got to be sold
Yeah, they did.
to an
Within
American.
within 6 months. Within 6 months, yes. So we're gonna take a break. We're gonna talk about Netanyahu enough because I'm already sick.
Oh, I know. Rest
And he'll
up.
make me sick when we come back. I got something funny to show y'all when we come back.
Okay.
All right. Stay tuned. Sick and stay don't go away. Thank you all for tuning in. We got 173. Please share the show. We'll be right back. Yeah, while you're gone, share the show. I saw 4 of you dropped out. Go share the show and come on back. We'll be back.
This what we're going in for right now. This garden glee.
Bruh, it's time.
It's time. All right, then. We hope you enjoyed that little commercial break, and now we are back. So, guys, listen. Okay, then James switched places. Oh, well. Tim and I did too, didn't we? No, I guess we stayed in place. Okay, the studio does that sometime on its own. So, listen. There was something that he was gonna. I don't know if it was Rose Garden speech or whatever. But I had to borrow this from Independent Network. But it was the President of the United States, James Biden, or is his name James? What is his name?
Joe.
What?
Joe.
Joe Biden.
Really don't matter anyway because he's not the president. He's just
James said it doesn't matter. Well, him.
he's just a puppet.
Well, he called himself making a speech about how you can't trust Trump. Why would anybody want to vote for Trump? He said because he's been telling us so for so long. So just watch this.
In a sense, I don't know why we're surprised by Trump. How many times does he have to prove we can't be trusted? Trump bragged how proud he was to get rid of Roe v. Wade over. He took credit for it. He said there has to be punishment for women exercising their reproductive freedom. His words, not mine. He described the Dobbs decision as a miracle. Maybe it's coming from that Bible he's trying to sell. Whoa. I almost wanted to buy one just to see what the hell's in it.
Did y'all catch the first part?
Little. Can you repeat
No.
it? I was taking
I'm gonna
pictures.
play it one more time.
Okay.
Listen to the first few lines, the first sentence.
Okay.
Watch it very carefully.
Okay.
I'll try to phrase it, but I doubt if it'll work.
In a sense, I don't know why we're surprised by Trump. How many times does he have to prove we can't be trusted?
How many times do we have to prove we can't be trusted?
Yeah,
Is
comment.
he talking about himself? He's talking about himself?
Yeah.
I thought that was so ridiculous
Let
that
me
I
do that
didn't
one more
get
time.
it.
No, girl, the man can see now. He trying to talk about Trump's, but he really telling the truth about himself. Check
Yeah.
it out
Yeah,
again.
exactly.
Check it out again.
In a sense, I don't know why we're surprised by Trump. How many times does he have to prove we can't be trusted?
How many times does he have to prove we can't be trusted?
Not he can't be trusted. We can't be trusted. I know,
What made me
exactly.
crack up is he wants to buy the Bible.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, that proves he can't be trusted.
My granddaddy always taught me this. Words that slip easily from the mouth comes
Yeah.
from, wait, let me finish. Words that slip easily from the mouth comes from the heart. Now he telling the truth about himself.
Yeah.
I gotta play it one more time.
In a sense, I don't know why we're surprised by Trump. How many times does he have to prove we can't be trusted?
How many times do he have to prove that we can't be trusted? I mean,
Yeah.
you don't get any better than that. The
That's like
truth.
a
Yeah.
self-confession.
Yeah. What's in the dark comes to light.
How many times does he have to prove that we can't be trusted? All right. Now, what did you think about that, James? I know you got something to say. This is you got the floor.
I just like to set the record straight on one thing, though.
All right.
You had said that about Fox News. The only reason I watch Fox News is because I used to watch Newsmax, and I refuse to pay for a subscription to Newsmax. and our local channels and everything else is just so corrupt. So I really don't have any other sources to go to.
Well, James, why did you feel you had to justify that to me?
Well, not to you, to
I
the
don't. I don't want. You ain't got to justify them nothing to them either, right? Because that's your TV. You watch what you want to watch.
No, I know that.
You know, we teach free thought, free everything on our show. We don't want nobody to brainwash you. And so
Believe me, I'm
no,
against Fox News as
you
well.
don't owe me a just explanation or justification. You don't even owe the viewers one either. But it's just my opinion of Fox News. Like I said, I used to watch them too. Man, I used to start my day with friends, Fox and Friends. Don't play. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But when you become enlightened, you move on from those things that will corrupt you. And that's what's going on with these college students. They are enlightened.
I'd
And
rather
they're
watch
trying to
news
move.
now, but I'm not going to
Mhm.
pay for it.
Well, I watch YouTube too. They always popping the commercials up on me and asking me to subscribe to them, but I'm not going. Just not to have the commercial pop up. Tim.
Finally, the truth, he said.
Mm,
Finally.
yeah, he did,
Yeah.
didn't
Yeah. But you know what you're doing in the dark come to light
he?
eventually.
Yeah,
And
no
lose
matter how
lip.
many times you throw that rock and hide your hands, boy,
Yeah.
the boy,
And lose
the
lips.
truth is going to come out.
Yeah. He told the truth. Finally.
Loose lips will sink ships.
Loose lips sink ship. That's right.
How many times are we going? Is he going to have to? I can't even repeat what he said because he was telling the
I
truth.
know his whole staff slapped their forehead like what? On the first line.
Laugh for real.
Speaking of staff, did you guys see what happened to Pamela?
Excuse me, let me mic. Um, what was it,
Yeah,
James?
John.
Did you see what happened with Pamela and the Secret Service?
I heard about it. It was one of my topics.
Who? Go ahead with your topic.
Well,
Y'all can talk
you
about
tell
that.
Tim.
Well, I don't know the in depth of it. Vice President Kamala Harris,
Mhm.
one of her Secret Service men was removed because of an altercation, and they
Oh.
said that his behavior was erratic,
Mm.
and that's all that they stated. They didn't go into details,
Mm.
but that's very odd. You know, it's very odd that you hear something pertaining to Secret Service for its behavior.
Mm.
Yeah,
They said he had to go
that's
to
how
the
it's
house.
going on.
Well, he not any different from the New York police, the Austin, Texas police, and the New York police that went in on the college students. They were pushing them and dragging them to lock them up. I'm like, really, y'all? Just making the United States look stupider and stupider. They
Yeah.
had no business putting their hands on those college students. Now, I'm going to tell you what all these college students need to do. They need to drop out and ask for a reimbursement for this semester. That's what they need to do.
Now that's a stance.
That's a stand.
Yeah,
And go to a community college. Don't go back. You don't need that Ivy League degree. It's not going to buy you anything.
it really ain't.
It's not going to help you anyway because nowadays with technology, as smart as these college kids are, they can sit at home and make a 7-figure income on their
Yep.
computer
Yep.
without even a college degree.
Yep.
And besides,
So,
Biden's going to pay
what
for
they
it.
need to do is drop out of all these universities that's calling police on them or that's saying that that's telling a lie on them, saying now you do have outsiders to come in. We know that. We had outsiders to come in on Black Lives Matter. And I'll take you further back than that. I grew up in the civil rights riots. We had outsiders to come in to cause trouble on those marches and riots. Not riots, but risings. You see what I'm saying? You always got some outsiders.
Yeah.
But it's the law enforcement's responsibility to be able to identify the outsiders only. Take them away. Not all of the college students that's protesting.
Yeah, but you know what? That order comes high from higher up.
I know where the order comes from,
Yeah,
but
they just
that's my point now. They don't even have to deal with the orders. They can drop out.
yeah. I mean,
Ask for their money back, and those colleges are required to refund them.
yeah.
And you
Without
know what they
fighting for
need to do?
paper.
I'll take it a step further than that. If I had a college student in one of these colleges that's doing what these colleges are doing to these college students, I would get one attorney and file a class action lawsuit against the college. That's what I would do. Because they are depriving these students of their First Amendment right for freedom of speech, peaceful march, peaceful protest. Now they'll say in the United States, well, you don't have a right to march peacefully. Or you don't have a right to protest peacefully. Look, if a citizen doesn't have a right to march peacefully in a public street, why are you gonna call it public?
Well, you know where that come from, right? What they counter was you have to have a permit.
But this is a college campus. These kids, some of these kids that live on the campus, it's their home.
Yeah.
And they take classes there.
Yeah.
You know, so they have a right to be on the campus.
Yeah. It goes back to all of their civil rights, as well as Woodstock era.
Well, some of these attorneys out there, if you're listening and if y'all don't know any of them, y'all need to gather up and round you up some attorneys and file class action lawsuits against these universities like ASAP. And that they will sit their little butts down no matter what the politicians tell them to do. They're not going to do it. Okay? That's how you handle a situation like that. And politicians need to keep their little stupid noses out of the college university's business.
Yeah. Well, I don't believe.
Politicians want to run everything from the grocery store to the spaceship.
Amen.
They don't have that latitude. Politicians have too much damn latitude now. That's the problem with the United States of America. And what do they get it from? They get it from the president. President of the United States has too much doggone latitude. Now they claim that it's so much that only he can do, a president can do without Congress and without Senate. But it's a lot he can do without them. Look at what Biden did. Biden went ahead and sent weapons over there to Netanyahu that the Congress didn't want him to send, but they couldn't do nothing about it apparently. That was before they passed this bill last week. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about back here in February. Yes.
I
He
say
did it on his
our
own.
first.
He did it on his own. He was like, you know, like, forget you, Congress, Senate. You don't tell me what to do. Well, I guess what else could he do? Because Netanyahu runs the United States, right? Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Kathy done got mighty quiet over there. Kathy don't like me talking about her prime minister.
Which prime minister? I'm sorry. I something weird happened on my Facebook, so I had to take care of it. I'm sorry.
I'm just teasing you. I know it's not your prime minister. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu.
But
That's
you-
not,
Oh, definitely.
that's not
he's
your
not.
prime minister. Definitely
Oh,
not.
no, I thought you were
But you know what? The thing about with criminals, right?
Mm,
It's like if you charge me with a war crime,
mm,
It's just like a criminal committing murder. I'm gonna get life anyway for one. So
That's what that's the attitude that you got, because
yes,
he gonna look, he know it's not but two outcomes for
right.
him, that he gonna get killed or
Yep,
he gonna go to prison. So
yep.
he don't care at this point.
And that's his mindset.
Hmm.
Mind of a criminal.
That's his mindset. That's his mindset. He don't care. And but look at what a boxing position he got Biden in.
Oh yeah, he had his kahunas a long time ago.
But he got him boxed in. So now, and I'll tell you something else that's a big joke. That I at
Take your
first
time.
at
Take,
first when I first heard about them, I had a lot of respect for them. But that was in October, the end of October last year, 2023. Right? The International Court of Justice. Everybody just got the hopes up that this genocidal massacres and plural massacres were going to stop, because they were going to do something. It has now been going into its fourth month since the International Court of Justice has gotten all this information for them to be supposedly determining if, in fact and indeed, that Netanyahu and his IDF war cabinet is committing genocide. They've had 4 months and not one single word from them. So now that makes me think they being paid off.
Mm-hmm.
So
strong
now,
possibility.
so now I don't have any respect for them either. So now, what's wrong with the whole wide world if this one court, the International Court of Justice, that's supposed to decide for all of the countries of the whole wide world, is taking bribes? What kind of hope or what chance do we have? We're not going to have any kind of chance. And it's getting scary. And do you know why? Because Kim Jong Un, oh my God, help me, help me, help me. Kim Jong Un just went over to Russia, and he's having a meeting, privately meeting with him right now with Vladimir Putin. And if you think that's not enough, I think 3 weeks ago, uh, President Xi was being hosted over in Russia by Vladimir Putin.
Yeah, it's funny that you bring up Putin. He did put out a statement that the U.S. stick their nose in Ukraine in that business again. He's gonna push the button. That's what he said.
I wouldn't doubt it,
That's
because
what that was.
he had a meeting with President Xi 3 weeks ago, and this past weekend, I think it was Thursday, Kim Jong Un left, heading to Russia. He's having a private meeting with him. So something is up.
Yeah, and it's not gonna be good. Not for us.
And you can't depend on the International Court of Justice. That's just my point. That's just my point.
Yeah, you have to look.
And Biden and his administration are shaking in their boots, because they knew already. They heard about afterwards, of course, about Xi over there meeting with Russia, and so now they heard about Kim Jong Un off to meet with Putin, and so what's the day? Thursday, Monday, Biden sends Blinken over to China to try to meet with President Xi to try to see if they can iron out some rough spots.
Too late.
But they didn't tell us what the rough spots were.
Waste of time.
But I already know what the rough spots are.
What are they?
Right.
What are they?
Rough spots is that President Xi of China Kim Jong Un of North Korea. And by the way, before he left, Kim Jong Un shot off some ballistic missiles up into the air really close to South Korea. They got mad and scared and went to call it over to the White House. But President Xi, Kim Jong Un, and Vladimir Putin are the three musketeers now. That's the rough spots. Those are the
Yeah,
rough
that ain't getting
spots.
smoothed over. That ain't gonna happen.
The three musketeers. You can't smooth that over.
Nope.
Mm-mm. And anyway, like I say, is just so much going on. We don't have an international court of justice that we can count on that's going to be instantaneously ready
I
to put down some laws to stop us from being killed and stuff.
I'm surprised that you thought that they would stand up that way.
Oh, yeah. Are you really? Well, I really
Yeah.
did. I really did have faith in the International Court of Justice, but they've been quiet in as kitchen mouse, church mouse, I mean, since October. Not one meeting, not one word, not one broadcast, not one press release, not one little newspaper strip, nothing.
Yeah. Well, you got to look at what the salaries that they earn, and the payday comes their way.
And they all
They say
old.
all the money.
And they
All
all
money.
old. They're
Yeah,
all older than me.
and for sale.
See what I'm saying?
All
It's
the
just
money. You'll find it.
ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. And that's why these young people are upset.
As they should be.
They're getting angry now because of the way that their university and their law enforcement is treating them. And they are within the right, I think.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, they're a different breed.
A different breed
Yeah,
with
they're
a
a
different with a
breed.
different speed.
Yeah.
They used to everything being instant,
Yep.
and these things are not moving fast enough for them. They sick of seeing bloodshed. Now, Tim, let me ask you a question. Then we're gonna end the show.
Okay.
What's the difference between a massacre and genocide?
A massacre and genocide.
What's the difference between them? Okay.
The purpose is the same.
Numbers.
Wait a minute. Let Tim do it. I'm gonna come to each one of you. Go ahead, Tim.
My purpose. The purpose is the same. To
Mm-hmm.
eliminate as many as possible.
Mm-hmm.
To unalive is the goal.
Mm-hmm. But what's the difference between them? Is there a difference?
Usually one is war and another one is, I guess you would call them civilians.
Okay. James, couldn't wait to get in there. Come on, James. What's the difference between a massacre and genocide?
To prove a point.
Well, both of them prove a point, don't they? So what's the difference?
I kind of know.
You got
Now
it,
that-
Captain?
Prove
Come
a
on,
point in
Kathy.
numbers.
What is it?
Well, genocide is to wipe out a whole sector. Massacre, you could have a massacre like custard, but it's not wiping out a whole species or race or whatever.
Kathy's got it. Kathy hit the nail on the head. And a massacre, you got a plan. You're going in. You like the Navy SEALs. Bam, 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 bam. And you done wiped out that whole targeted area, right? But you're not going on over there and all over there and cross the river and cross the sea. You're not going to go on over the hills and stuff if that's not
Yeah.
your targeted area. Wait till I'm finished.
Okay.
You're going to do what you got to do. You got a plan time, amount of time to do it. If you're going to do it within 2 weeks, you're going to do it within 2 weeks and then out. And then you out. You out. You gone. But a
One more quick
genocide is that you do it bit by bit by bit, and then you use deprivation. After you kill, for those that are left, you use a deprivation process. You starve. They don't have water. They can't get access. You cut them out. Like you see a lot of movies, and they'll say, well, we're not going to let them out of town. We're going to keep them in town. They can't come out, so then they surrounded. The town is surrounded, so, but in a genocide, you don't care how long it takes. You don't got no deadline. You're going to just keep doing procedural deprivation, step by step, routine by routine, until every single living thing is gone.
Yeah, the Hitler's handbook.
I hear Judas. What did Judas say, James? James said he doesn't know. All right, close the
I don't know. That's why I mute it.
close the comments, Kathy. We're gonna get out of here.
Yeah, well, I just I think that the students should speak up, and they would be the first ones to be drafted anyway. So,
You're right. You're right. They got a right to be speaking up about
yeah,
that.
they do. All us old folks can be.
And look, and then I'm glad you mentioned drafted, because if we did have to go to war, they would be draft age, right? And then
Yeah.
on top of that, here's the brainwashing part of it. The politicians are gonna make sure that their children are draft dodgers. They're gonna
Oh, yeah.
they're gonna
Oh, for
find an
sure.
excuse to keep their children from having to go to war, right?
Yeah, they'll doctor the medical records if they have to. They'll stick them in college. They'll say they're the only child. Who
Every
knows?
single politician, they're not gonna let their child go to war. You understand what I'm
Of
saying?
course. Yes.
Right. So these college students do have a more than right, because they are the ones that are in the draft age. And the way this thing is going with Biden getting all boxed in and can't find his way out of Netanyahu's hold that Netanyahu got on him, is putting us straight into a war. And this is the reason why Kim Jong-un and President Xi have teamed up with Putin, because they don't see Biden as a winner. They see Putin as having a better chance of winning a world war than the United States. And
Can I get into a more quick topic?
I mean, it's bad to say this, but I think I would have to agree with him, because Kim Jong-un ain't stupid, and President Xi sure ain't stupid. And even Trump said that Vladimir Putin sure ain't stupid. Oh, he's a smart man. That's what Trump always said about him. And that's why Democrats don't like Trump, because Trump and Putin had I guess you could say, a gangster respect for each other.
Yeah, because Putin is a different breed. He really is.
Putin is a gangster. He used to be
KGB.
KGB spy.
Yeah,
So, I mean, that was his career.
yeah.
So he knows some low down dirt. And Trump, Trump is from New York, hang around with the Italian gangsters and stuff like that, and the mob bosses. He knew all them. So they had like a gangster respect for each other. Neither one wasn't gonna cross the other because of that gangster respect. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Biden ain't got that kind of connection with Putin, and would never had it, and never will have it. And to tell you the truth about it, as far as I can see, there is no presidential candidate that would have that kind of respect from Putin other than Donald Trump.
Well, it's going to be a change in 6 months, one way or another.
I don't know, Tim. Are we going to make it?
Yeah, we'll make it.
Yeah,
It
I
just
think
won't be the
God
same.
has plans for us. I think we're gonna
It
make
just won't be the same.
I don't know. It just don't feel like we're gonna make it.
All right.
Seem like to me it's gonna have to be canceled, or it's gonna have to be moved up. I just don't know. I just don't feel it on November the 2nd or the 3rd, whatever the date is.
Word.
Cause that's, I mean, it's in months' time. Tim, you made me think about when you say animals don't count time.
Yeah,
Animals don't go by time because they don't know what time is.
they don't.
Well, on the calendar, November seemed like a long way away.
Yeah.
But in upheaval times, it's not that far away. It's so many upheavals going on right now that I'm looking at a domino effect that's gonna, you know how you tap one and
Yeah.
then the other's gone, and it can happen so fast, so fast.
Yeah. And yeah, and you know another thing is what we don't see is campaigning. Nobody's campaigning.
Well,
It's
they
not-
got Trump is sitting in court every day like a martyr.
Yeah, Trump.
He's so mad about it. He's so mad about that. They got him sitting in court like a martyr, and every day he's sitting there like this.
Yep.
But can you blame the man?
Now you can't blame him.
Biden ain't campaigning because he can't hold two citizens together.
Well, he never put him in a witness stand. He would
I
totally
mean,
blow.
we're not seeing any commercials. We're not seeing any debates. Nothing. No commercials. No debates.
I've seen some commercials between
You have?
on YouTube. Yeah, Donald's still raising money, child. Donald ain't stopped the beef from raising money.
Yeah.
Now,
seen
I
it.
tell you what I haven't seen. I've seen a couple of sorry, but Democrat pleas for Biden. It's sad. It's pretty sad. But Donald is on top of it. Donald is selling a signed baseball cap. He said, and I'm going to sit right here. And he got his pen, he got a cap. He said, you order it now, and I'm going to sit right here, and I'm going to sign it for you while you watch me sign it. Donald still,
You're a hustler.
Donald still raising money. He has,
Yeah, I tell you that money he lost in that court case, he's going to make up like in a month.
look, Donald ain't missed a beat.
Nah.
I mean, it was short, but he got everything he wanted to say in there. And you know, like guys always say about Donald Trump, people don't like him. Excuse me. But I always say he was a good actor. And he's a good and he can be funny. I think he would have made a great stand-up comedian had he not gone into politics. But Donald ain't missed a beat, man. I burst out laughing when I saw him with that cap and say, he said, you order now, and I'm gonna sign it right there. And then he goes, see that signature. Donald.
You're a hustler to the end. You're a hustler all the way.
And it's running too. I mean, that commercial is running. It's popping up everything. I'm like, okay, Donald, I seen you. I'm not buying no hat though.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, on a Saturday, weekend, Saturday and Sunday, man. If you on YouTube, you're gonna see that cat signing commercial about 100 times in the course of 8 hours. I'm not playing with you. He not missing a beat.
Yeah. He about
Right.
his life killing.
Closing
One more
comments.
quick thing.
Yeah, that's the closing comment. Come on, James.
All right. Did you guys see that the interview with Zelensky?
With who?
Zelensky, Ukrainian Prime Minister.
When he pops up, I don't listen to him.
He said
Because
that
I really look, Kathy laughs at that.
they asked him if
Kathy,
Trump becomes
Kathy, why you
president.
laugh?
Well, because you don't listen to anybody that you don't want to listen to, which is a good thing. Because why
Right.
waste your
You're right
time.
about
Why
that.
waste time?
You're right about that. I'm done. I just
We
feel
got
like this. I feel like so many college students. We don't have no business spending no money with no war in Ukraine. They're gonna lose the war anyway. And look at all that money we're gonna be done lost. It's gonna turn out just like Vietnam War. It's gonna turn out just like Iraq. Nothing but millions, 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 billions, 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 billions of dollars spent and ain't won nothing. Cause he gonna lose the war. Ukraine is gonna lose that war.
You didn't let me
So
finish saying what I had to say.
I do. I'm a hush.
They asked him in an interview if he could work with Donald Trump if he becomes the 47th president.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, yes, I can work with him. I can't work with Joe Biden.
He already working with Joe Biden. So that's a lie. All they do is lie, 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 lie.
Mm-hmm.
He's just taking candy from a baby.
Yeah. So, I mean, why would he say something like that and he begging for money and Joe Biden handing it to him?
because
They
he
just
knows
show
if
you.
he keep getting
He
it.
could
That's
work with
why.
Trump.
They just show
He
you.
knows no matter what he says or does, he's still gonna get the money.
Yeah, they just show you how crooked they are, right?
But just in case Trump wins, Trump can give him more money.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I mean,
I don't
but
think
what I
he's
mean
gonna.
is he's trying to
Ah,
get, he's trying
well,
I think his money days are over.
I really can't remember what his viewpoint was on um Ukraine and Zelensky, so I don't want to misquote. But what I do know is like referring back to what I said about the gangster relationship between him and Vladimir Putin. I don't know how that would go. But back to Yo Zelensky, James, he just like this. Listen.
In a sense, I don't know why we're surprised by Trump. How many times does he have to prove we can't be trusted?
How many times do we have to prove that Biden can't be trusted? That we
None
can't
of
be
them can be
trusted?
trusted.
That's what Biden said. He said we.
We
Talking about himself. So that's what I got to say about George Zelensky. He already working with Biden. So how many times has Trump got to say that they can't be trusted? Right?
yeah.
So that's why I say I don't know what Trump would do
Mm.
as far as Ukraine is concerned. I know what Mike Johnson and his little minions would want. They want to help Ukraine and Israel, but they're not going to send their children to war. They're going to make sure that their children, their grandchildren, their nephews, and nieces are draft dodgers. I bet you that. Right?
Yeah, we've seen it before.
Yeah. That's my closing comment. Kathy, yours.
Well, I'm glad that it got humorous at the end. That's all I could say. Got a few laughs in there, but it's sad that it has to be laughable. It's sad.
Well, that's why there's no politics show on the world. I mean, on the net like ours. We're gonna make you laugh. I watch a lot of them, and one that I just now recently started watching, and I cannot stand anymore, but I still watch it because his guests just tear him all to pieces. And that's the British guy, Pierce Morgan. Yeah, he can't even moderate his own show. All the people come on there be arguing back and forth about Hamas and Israel, not Tayu and Palestine, and he can't get a word in. He can't even take control of his own show. Yesterday, the guest had to ask Pierce, because this woman from, she's the United States, but she's Jewish, and she knows the whole history of Israel, and she was talking all over this other gentleman that was a guest also, and she was like screaming really fast, like California girl style, right? And so
Right.
the guy just stayed back and said, Pierce,
But
would
see,
you
that used to happen.
wait.
Go ahead.
The guy just laid back and said, Pierce, would you please take control of your show? Now that's embarrassing. When you know,
Yeah.
He couldn't control his show.
Do they still have Meet the Press? Because that used to happen all the time, and I didn't like that show.
Sundays. It's on
They still
Sunday.
have it where they
Jim
yell
says
about.
on Sundays.
Yeah, see that it doesn't matter as long as they get the ratings. I guess
Mm.
that's what I mean. If that show
Yeah.
is long lasting, that's what I think. He doesn't care.
Well, we not gonna care anymore because it's time for us to go to bed. It's time.
Let me I just want to take my hat off to the young people. I commend them for what they're doing. Keep doing what you're doing because you got to stand for something or you fall for anything. So
Well, that's
bravo to you all.
That's gonna be our closing remark right there. Just always remember, everyone, free thought is a philosophy, not a policy. And these young people are not going to let the United States government put a policy on their free thought, and I like it too, Tim. I applaud them. Ditto, ditto. We love you. We'll be here tomorrow night with some more fun and stuff. Good night, everybody.
All right.
Yes.